Hey, Witch Talk, how well do you know your limits? Seriously, how well do you know you? How well do you know your limits? And here's why. Because I've noticed that there are a lot of comments going through different videos, some of my older videos of all things, asking, well, what about protections? And what about this? And what about that? What about this ingredient or that ingredient? If you're worried about protections, if you're worried about something blowing back on you, if you're worried about ingredients that you don't know about, then chances are that working is not for you to attempt. Not everything shown on social media or in public is meant for everybody to attempt. One of the best things that you can do as a practitioner and something that will make you immensely more powerful is to know your own limits. I realize on a daily basis things that I don't know. I learn something on a daily basis and I learn what I don't know on a daily basis. Knowing your limits is key to being an extremely powerful force. Because when you know your limits, you know how to take a working and shift it and change it to fit within your limits. Here's an example. Say you see someone doing a big, large layout, candles and jars and all kinds of things. And they're using 3 ingredients that you've never worked with. You don't know what that is. Instead of asking, well, can I use this instead of this? Instead of asking, what is that ingredient for? Where can I get it? Instead of asking a question about that ingredient, instead of asking, how do I protect myself? How do I do this? What you do is you take a part of that working and you use it in your own working with things you're already familiar with, things you've already mastered. For example, instead of using those 3 herbs that you have no idea what they are, you can Google and see what they're for, and then look at what you already have in your stock that does something very similar, something you already know how to use. It's super easy to know your limits and to know what you're good at using already. That right there will automatically set boundaries and automatically have you taking workings and making them your own, which will make you an immensely more powerful practitioner. Don't feel like you have to copy the path of someone else out there just because they look cool. Don't feel like you have to copy the path or the workings of someone else out there just because they released a video. Instead, learn from that video, learn from what they're doing, learn from what they're not doing, and make it your own.